Hello, everybody. My name is Sonia Marie. What is happening with you? Welcome to Monday, May 3rd, 2021. Prayerfully, you are heeding to all of the wonderful changes and emotional disturbances. Yes, heed to the emotional disturbances, whatever they may be, because they are pointing us in the right direction. I can't tell you how deep that is. I'm gonna do my best today. I'm entitling this video Rough, Rugged, and Raw and Exposed, if you haven't noticed already. But before we get on into that, let me give you a few announcements. Please go and get my book. I'd appreciate that. The link is in the description box below. If you'd like to get a reading with your girl, an extended reading, 90 minutes is the most popular one. Please go to my website at WordlifeAstrologyBusiness and book that thing before a girl ain't doing them no more. That's for sure. Danielle, what's happening? Hi, Kay. Fresh King FK and Tinjin is here. What's happening, Tinjin? Hi, Saka, Seka. Goodness gracious. What's up, Diva? How are you? How are all of you? Bijou, Ringmaster 09. I'm so happy that y'all all are here. Have you felt my insights? Woo! It's an interesting time, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. And maybe it's because I'm feeling it. Well, put it this way. We all feel the transits a whole lot differently than the next person, depending on what's in our chart. But it's hitting up your girl. It's hitting up several people. And I just think it's a good thing. Although it feels incredibly eye-opening, gut-wrenching, heart-blasting, the information that's streaming down on the planet right now, the paradigm shifting that is going on right now, I promise you, and everything that I know to be true is only making us to get better. Here's the deal about it, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to expound on this in a minute. The only way that this shift, happy blessed day to everybody here. Hi, Nicole. Medea, what's going on with you, lady? Mina Love is here. So listen, the only way that you can get thrown off by this shift that's happening is if you are in total denial of what's happening. It sounds so futile and it sounds so light and airy to just say, accept it, surrender. And although we say this, at least I do, oftentimes, right? Like surrender to the process, because that's what makes it a whole lot more meaningful in a sense. It's easier to go forward. It's easier to grow. It's easier to get the lessons. I have a lot to say. I absolutely have a lot to say. And I'm honestly doing my best in this moment in time to hold back. Hold back only because it's way too much to express in this moment. And not only is it emotional for a lot of us, it hits some very, very interesting triggers and points in which people don't want to get hit no more. Let's start here. I'm going to tell y'all what we're going to do today, and then I'm going to start. We're going to run down what spirit is about to drop into my heart, my mind, and my soul real quick. I'm going to tell y'all some of the transits that are happening this week, and then we're going to go to these free little reads that I do. I've changed up our format a little bit by giving me your sun, your moon, and your rise. If I haven't read you already, I'll go ahead and give you a quick couple of minutes read on those three positions. Here's the deal. We are not only being forced to surrender and do the things that we want to do, or I should say, to do the things that God wants us to do. There are places in which we're not yet even, how should I say this, called to recognize that it's a fault, that it is a habit of ours. That Scorpio full moon went so deep and brought up so much shit that many of us began swinging. Many of us began defending ourselves. Many of us had some emotional upsets. Many of us got sick. Many of us broke up with prospective girlfriends or boyfriends out of the blue. Or if some new information started to come up in a relationship, it broke down before it got started. Many jobs are just, falling apart. Like money is being stifled, or you were promised X amount of money and then all of a sudden you don't get it out of nowhere. It's like, what just happened? All of these start and stops and shortcomings and almost supposed blessings that are coming into our space and then all of a sudden being rerouted. I'm going to say honestly, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say it, it's our fault. Whatever the stops and starts are, is the fact that we did not pay attention to what it is that we were supposed to recreate and reconfigure months ago, weeks ago, days ago. Maybe we tried to, maybe we gave it a futile effort, but we didn't go all the way. Can I get a yes, yes, y'all on that? In my practice, in my expression to people, in my readings and my conversations with friends and strangers, my conversation with strangers, I'll be honest with you, squirrel, I kind of ripped the stranger's new asshole the other day. I didn't mean to do it, y'all. I really didn't mean to do it. It kind of like came out of nowhere because the sister done said something, and then I was like, you're not being honest. And Sonia I have to really like reel myself in oftentimes. And I'm expressing this to you because it was on my heart. A friend of mine knows it was really, really on my heart. I kind of ripped her one because she wasn't being honest with herself. And in the space and time that I was in and seeing what I see on people and all of us, we have no time to be fake. We have no time to put blame on anybody else. We have no time to sit back and go, you know what? I was close to the prize, but because I have to work a little harder in order to achieve that prize, in order to grab it and call it my own, in order to experience it, in order to love it up, in order to spend it, in order to travel with it, in order to build with it, whatever the case may be. And if I get too close, I'm gonna have to work. I'm gonna have to be somebody different. I can't lean on the laurels and the manipulation and the shit that I've been saying to myself over and over and over and over again that made me look like the one that was higher up than anybody else. Did I go far off the track? Did y'all hear what I said? Yes, yes, y'all? Like for real, like it has been those moments. That's why I ripped this young lady a new asshole. And I did it lovingly, prayerfully, I did. But then I woke up the next morning like, I don't think you did that nice, Sonia. Because I find it passionate in my heart, in my mind, my body, and everything. It's a very passionate thing for me to be able to see something that's true and need to express on it. It's not my job. It absolutely is not my job. I do not think that I'm the end all to be all. I do not think that what comes through me is the motherfucking truth or everybody's truth. I just like to express what comes through me. And oftentimes it may hit, oftentimes it may not. But when I see something or somebody, even in myself is where I'm going, even in myself, even in ourselves, we got to call the thing, y'all. We have to call a thing a thing. If you're an asshole, you're an asshole. If you want to move forward in obtaining the things that Spirit has for you and all this wondrous change that's happening, you have to recreate the asshole. You got to make them to be a little bit different. Not only nicer, but sometimes maybe the asshole is just an assertive person that needs to be assertive in other areas as opposed to breaking people down. Does that make sense? Asshole-ish, niche, whatever that would, N-E-S-S, nis, asshole-ness is not a word, but to be an asshole, truthfully, is maybe redirected aggression. Where are you not using your aggression for your damn self? So that means you got to place aggression and meanness on everybody else or the next person. Does this make sense to y'all? There's a song about it, Cherry. Emma, thank you, Bijou. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm really feeling that. And I think that we are at a point right now in which, we're all being found out. We're all being exposed. And the motherfuckers Saying that true. The motherfuckers who want to hold on to this identity that no longer works are the ones that are literally, it's like the bright light in the kitchen and the roaches scatter. They are fucking scattering, and they are desperately trying to hold on to things that don't want to hold on to them anymore. And it's not necessarily the people that don't want to hold on to them, right? We can say it's the people. We can make it very physical and very plain. But how about it's the ideology behind the person? How about it's the relationship behind the person? How about it's the connection to whatever it is that you say you was that person that would take a dude. You're with a dude or you're with a female or whatever, and you're that person that likes to find the weakness in that motherfucker. And you hold on to that weakness and you make yourself in your mind bigger than that person. You dig what I'm saying? In your mind, right? But how about this in this day and age? When you do that type shit and then that person shows up and go, hey, as a matter of fact, my weakness, I love my weakness. All I want to do is love up on my weakness. You want to love up on my weakness? You don't want to love up on my weakness? All right, cool. Then break camp. That person doesn't allow their weakness to be overtaken, is my point. There's a moment in which we are rough, rugged, and raw and exposed. And we got to call a thing a thing. We have to call the fact that I am manipulative and I do want to go in there and rip people up. I am an asshole. I am that person who's just a little superficial and does not want to go deep. I am that person that leans on sex and sexuality as a way of capturing somebody's, the word that wanted to fly out my mouth was identity. People do that shit. People do that shit. They go low level energy, sexual, sensual energy all day and night to do what? Capture who you are. They can take who you are. Like that, like I like to say, take straws and poke it in some people and just suck. Very ever so slowly. Very ever so slowly. Sipping, taking on people. Through your sexuality, just through your energy, whatever the case may be. I know I'm going in a million different roads today, y'all. But again, I started this thing off saying I have a lot to say. And I think I just went blah and went through a whole bunch of damn roads. So I hope you're still with me. There's a moment in time we have to be not only responsible and accountable for who we are, we have to make different choices. Sonya can't rip a new asshole in a stranger's butt anymore. I can't do that. That's not cool. She don't know me from Adam, and I apologize. But at the same time, there's a different way in which I can convey my message or the message that comes through. Does this make sense? Right? This is all being open and exposed and broken apart, eradicated, like really, really showing who we are on some reflection level so we can go into this next space. I was telling my friend this weekend, yo, we've been talking about Pluto. We've been talking about Pluto. I said, and sometimes I feel like a goddamn broken record. Pluto. Or Three the Hard Way, which was the last year and a half when we was going through COVID and all that shit, coming through wrecking shit. Well, Pluto is still in Capricorn. Jupiter and Saturn went and did its thing. Pluto is still in Capricorn, like the last couple of degrees of it, continuously wrecking shop. And it will not go out of Capricorn, and we discovered until 2023. What I'm trying to tell you is that we will, for the next year and a half, be cleaning. Pluto is about destruction, transformation, superiority, power, inferiority, intimidation. You understand? So those areas in our lives in which we think that we are oh so powerful are not only being destroyed, they're being rerouted. And we are being told to grab on a different form of power, if that makes sense. Change your power, if that makes sense. What happens is that most people, like I was alluding to, are used to holding on to a different type of power. I want to be a strong arm person from the streets. I want to cut you when I see you. I want to cut you up with my words when I see you. I want to sex you down, dick you down, do whatever I need to do when I see you. That was my old form of power. I want to come in and spend your money when I see you. I want to utilize these other powerful forces that made me take over people to make me feel superior when I see you. Pluto was like, I've been telling you for the last 2 years, we're not doing that any longer. So when the full moon in Scorpio just left and exposed that shit on everybody, I know I keep talking about that, but you know, there are levels to this thing. There are levels to existence. So when that full moon in Scorpio said, bah, blow the pimple on that motherfucker, show them everything that they've been trying to hold on to now. It's been coming on slowly but surely, but we've been playing with it. Oh, I want to do this. Oh, I'm going to cancel that person. Oh, I'm going to move. Oh, I'm not going to spend my money. I'm a new person. I'm a changed person. Come on now. Stop it with the bullshit. Stop bullshitting you is the point. It makes no sense to try to bullshit me. You can bullshit me all day long. You can bullshit your mother all day long. You can bullshit your kids all day long. You can bullshit your significant other all day long, your boss and all of them. But we are at a point where we can no longer bullshit ourselves. And that's the part that hurt. Because you can't rely on the same itty bitty bit of power in which you did 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 months ago. It's not working, y'all. It's not working. So we have to find another sense of power. Now, bust it. I'll be very candid. One of my little, again, hence the, damn, it just hit me just now. Ain't that something? Wow, spirit is dope. In the moment. This is live and direct. So what hit me is that the way in which I use my power, and I'm a nice person, but the way in which I use my power is I'm kind of in your face with it. In your face, doing my best to convince you. Here's my story. I don't have to convince you anymore. I'm just exposing myself to you to let y'all know what I'm working on. I don't have to convince not a damn person anymore. I ain't saving nobody. I'm not saving the strangers any longer. I'm just exposing myself so you can see yourself and what it is that I do. That's the only reason I come on here, y'all. Because it makes no sense for me to do this work, for me to have clients, for me to honestly have the village hut, to continue to connect with people if I'm not working on Sonia. And Sonia works on Sonia. My point, I can't hold on to that power anymore by being in people's face. Here's the deal. Save yourself is my story. Save yourself. Do your own fucking work. That's the real deal. Sonia, I can't do that for you anymore. And not just friends. I'm talking about on the whole, because again, this is my thing. Where are you in it? What are you holding on to the last little bit thing that you say to yourself? Well, this is just my makeup. This is just who I am. Oh, here's a favorite one. God told me to. We can put that shit on God all day and night. On the real, everybody's like, God told me to. God said this. God says a lot of things. But God doesn't say for us to overpower situations in order for us to look good. God doesn't say to hold on to habits and things in which we know we have to change. We know when we're duping bullshitting ourselves. Come on, y'all. I know y'all making some comments, but I have no idea what you're saying, to be truthful with you, because if I start reading them, then I'm going to get off whatever is coming through me. And my heart literally is on fire right now. I'd really appreciate if you gave me some thumbs up, if you made some more comments or whatever, especially after this video, so you can let YouTube and all the people on here know, like, we talk about some shit. We talk about things that'll make us better. At least that's what I believe. And if it doesn't make you better and you want to turn off the video, that's your prerogative as well. This is a time, y'all. So bust it. Today with Mercury and going into Gemini and Venus going into Gemini, I, for one, am extremely happy. Why? Yeah, I'm a Cancer. I got some Leo planets or whatever. All of this Taurus information is squaring my Leo shit. That was my personal story about 15 minutes ago when I started this thing. That's what's going down, right? Here's the deal. I appreciate the thumbs up. I meant the little, the little likes, the thumbs up on the YouTube thing. Y'all are so goddamn cute. I love it. I love it. I love it. I appreciate you. There you go. There's the likes. Here's the thing about, I love people. I just love y'all. I love how we support one another. That just made me really light and airy. Speaking of Gemini energy, light and airy. Mercury, how we think, how we process information, how we communicate, how we strategize, right? How we move through the world in our brain is going into Gemini. Venus as well as going into Gemini. Venus has to do with love, value, money, right? Venus has to do with beauty, right? When it's in Gemini, it's a very interesting thing because that Gemini energy keeps things extremely superficial. very superficial and full of resources and information. So look at God. Look at the universe. After we were plummeted deep down in the middle of the goddamn Pacific somewhere, pulling up all of these emotions the last week and a half, drudging up all of this shit, right? As we were doing our work, prayerfully you were too, exposing the places and the areas in your life in which you are holding on to that little bit of Pluto power, that Plutonian power that wants you to take over. Here comes light and airy Gemini, bringing us up and out of the water like some goddamn rescue, like some rescue mission. I just had the visual of you literally being in the middle of the ocean, us all, right, drowning in shit, because we're tired of healing from the healing that we've been healing from. Good God, Pluto and all these goddamn Scorpio shit. But here's the deal. It's a lot. It's a lot to heal from. I'm over healing from the healing. I'm personally over it, but we got to stay on course and we got to recognize it. We can pout a little bit, but we got to keep on going. Here's the deal. With Gemini coming in, it makes it a little light and airy, but most importantly, it makes it very mutable. I love Gemini for that. Gemini gets a bad rap. Gemini gets the rap of being two-faced, being too mutable, in which it doesn't stand on. Let me tell you, I know a bunch of Geminis. One Gemini I love to the dearest of my heart. Her name is Naila, my sister for forever, for decades, right? Love her. We have fun. And here's the deal. You may think that she doesn't stand on one thing or another because she has different perspectives. Gemini deals in duality. They're able to see it all. They can pull back and go, yeah, I can understand how a person did that thing. I can understand how you did that thing too. Oh, yeah, that was a good one. I can get that. But here's the deal. They do stand on their own ideals. So my point to you is this. We need to take in that Gemini energy within our Mercury and within the transiting Mercury information, which is going to operate our brain, and Venus and how we value a thing. Right? And say to ourselves, well, listen, let me step back. Let me stand on what I know is to be true for myself, but truthfully, without emotions, look at different perspectives, put on a different pair of glasses, look at different ideas, different ways of doing things, right? Without being attached to it. Saying, you know what? I actually shouldn't have been with dude. I actually shouldn't have been with chick. I actually should have moved 5 freaking months ago, but it's all right. I'm going to do it now. I actually should have got that baby and did this and bought that. And so Gemini energy goes, yeah, pull back and look at the missed opportunities. Look at the ways in which you can make up for it. Look at the people and the information that you have, you can utilize to help make up for it, to move forward, to go. Why do I say go? Because I stop and think about the North Node that is happening right now. And lo and behold, it's in Gemini. So if the North Node is that position of purpose, that Mercury in Gemini, that Venus in Gemini is saying, yo, get up out the water. Let me rescue your ass so I can put you back on track to where the fuck we got to go. And oftentimes it looks like the information that's coming through. Oftentimes it can just look like a social event. People I should say, what's the word I'm looking for? Misunderstand the need, the importance of socializing, of connectivity. Gemini brings that. Alongside the mutability aspect of it and looking at things from different perspectives, also the social aspect of it. Why? Because have you ever, squirrel, this is just an example, little story. Have you ever been worried about a thing so much and you sit in the house and you're looking at the phone and you're pacing back and forth and you get in the shower and you come out the shower and you're praying on something and you're literally like encompassed in this feeling of whatever decision is about to happen, or the people that need to call you, the job opportunity that needs to call you. The moment your girlfriend or your dude calls you and be like, yo, you want to go X, Y, and Z? And you're like, you know what? Yep, let me get out of here. You leave. You find yourself engulfed in this vibration of being social, of being detached from emotion, from the heavy. You understand? Getting in the lightheartedness of your brain, engaging in the moment. Gemini energy is good for in the moment. Right now, this is happening in the moment. As soon as you get there, you get your call. As soon as you get there, something changes in your life and for the better or for the need, right? Y'all with me? Yes, y'all? As soon as you leave and go off in this social plane and you become a little bit more lighthearted and you disconnect from the emotional worry of it all, here comes the vibration that you've been looking for or the shift that you was anticipating. I need y'all to utilize this Gemini shit. I need us all to utilize this Gemini energy that's coming through. It's necessary. It's necessary because we are all incredibly exhausted. And if you're not, please share with everybody in here. If you are the one that's like, yo, actually, I'm really good and I'm skating through this time, put your number up and have a motherfucker call you, because there's a lot of people that need your strength and resilience in this day. If you're not in your own shit, help someone go through their shit. Does that make sense? It's not enough to just pull back and be absent from it all, because we're all in it together. This is a community. The planet is a community of souls in which need one another in order to exist. Bottom line, point blank. And we are learning in this moment in time how to be our best, our highest self, truthfully, without any fake shit, with nothing attached to it. So we can expect and or welcome the next person to be just as transparent. It feels good. And if you're not transparent and motherfuckers can see you and you're trying to play, then that adds a disturbance. But I ask you, and I really apply this to you before I go to the next aspect of this broadcast. I really ask that you call people out. Not the way I did with the chick in the pool the other day, but Sonia is crazy. God bless her. And I forgive myself. But call people out on it. Why? Because we are like community members out this motherfucker. And we have to be able to keep each other accountable in the smallest way possible. Right? Because if you faking it somewhere along the line, I'm going to get residuals from that faking. And we don't have time for that shit no more, y'all. You know the world is blowing apart. Not literally, but it is. It actually is. I can go on a whole nother tangent right now, but I won't. Okay. Anybody have their time? I'm sorry. Their sun, their moon, and their rise? I hope y'all get where I'm coming from. I felt like I just bust in here on a 26-minute, almost 27-minute goddamn freight train. Like for real, like flying, like stick 'em, hot stick 'em, stick 'em, hot stick 'em, stick 'em. I don't know what the beat was with the fresh funky rhythm. Okay, because I don't know how to pronounce your name, young lady, I'm just gonna pick you, Mystery Soccer. That's it, Mystery Soccer. Was I right? Tell me I'm right. Tell me I'm right, Mystery Soccer. Tell me I'm right. Look at this chick. She has sun and hold on, Sonia. Slow down. Sun sign Sag, rise Libra, moon in Aquarius. Oh, that's a beautiful thing. You're a lot of fun to be around. That's for sure. A lot of fun, a lot of information, very much in the moment. That Libra, was that Libra moon? Ascendant. That Libra can kind of keep you a little indecisive at times, but it's all good. That Libra on the rise. I like when people have Libra on the rise. They're very charming. You know, they're the ones, I always joke about it, like almost all the time, how they're the ones you want to go to the bar with, because they always get the dudes to buy you a drink. I'm being facetious, but that's real, because they're so goddamn charming and they're just out there and they're like, hey, this is what we need. People take to their charm. That Libra rise also, when you get afraid, can throw you in a space of indecision. Not knowing where to go. You're charming with it, but you have no idea who you are in that moment in time. Libra rise people have to be careful of attracting people just for partnership's sake. I hope that makes sense. Libra rise people just want to be around people. And depending on your maturity, you may attract the wrong people to just have company, right? That Sag in you, however, is really quick to leave if it needs to. However, it looks kind of selfish when you do. For some reason, I'm being led to talk about relationships with you. So that's what it feels like, that relationship thing, right? And then your moon, or I should say, that's what it feels like when what you do when you're in relationships. And then your moon in Aquarius can be detached. That's a nice little So it's all about fun because you're that Sag. It's all about being pulled back because you're not gonna beg for shit. And that Libra rising puts out that magnetism, magnetism. Woo! That magnetism, that Libra rise pulls out that magnetism. And then all of a sudden, that Leo moon, that Aquarius moon is like, yeah, we got them, but we don't need them anymore. We're going to pull back now. Woo, that's interesting. Okay, I didn't move this thing up. You said I don't be looking for it. That's a pretty interesting little combination. Again, you are a whole lot of fun and you're great to go on a trip with. That's for damn going sure. All right, let me see. Anybody else? I want to keep it moving because sometimes I can stay very, very long on one person. And she definitely is about the people, Sam. Definitely is about the people. Ooh, how do you pronounce? Miss Pearson, let's do you with that Aquarius sun, that Scorpio rise, and that Aries moon. I've been coming across a lot of people with Scorpio and Aries. With Scorpio and Aquarius combination. It's very special. It's very special in a way in which I'm going to say this precisely. If the Aquarius in you can do its best to attach itself to the passion that the Scorpio brings, the Aquarius in you can accomplish so much. Now, what I really mean by that is that the Aquarius in you is incredibly non-confrontational. The Aries in you is completely confrontational. The Scorpio in you is just going to go with the ride. And if it rolls to a house, it's going to blow it up. If it rolls to a shack, it's going to blow it up. If it rolls to the White House, the mansions, it's going to blow it up. Scorpio's like, whatever, let's just do it and get it done. And let me destroy it on the way. Here's the deal. The Aquarius in you, although it is who you are, oftentimes needs to lend space to the confrontational part of you in order to get things moving. The challenge comes when oftentimes the Aquarius, sister, Miss Pearson, the Aquarius in you wants to pull back from allowing the explosion to happen. I hope you understood that. Sometimes explosions are good is the point, Miss Pearson. Sometimes the explosions are really, really good because it moves us forward, because it creates boundaries, because it sets forth, being that you're an Aquarius, changes and trends in which people need to see, people need to adopt to. People can say, oh, Miss Pearson got a good idea, let's roll with that. But you pull yourself back from it. Now bust it. When the Aquarius pulls herself back from it and you got fucking Aries and Scorpio doing this thing, flailing in the wind, those two motherfuckers, they're going to cause havoc. Best believe if you don't find a job for that Aries and Scorpio energy, they're just going to burn shit up that you didn't even know that they was going to burn it up. And the Aquarius in you can't say, I had no idea. Why? Because Aquarius knows everything. At least they think they do. And the bottom line is, if they don't, they're trying to figure it out. So you knew it was going to happen. So that means oftentimes you can be responsible for the explosion without saying anything. Ooh, shit. Did that make sense? Sometimes I say things and I don't know what I'm saying, but I kind of do. That makes sense? Okay, good. I'm going to leave that just right there, right there. Because sometimes, again, I'm adopting a new moniker. So you don't have to say it all, damn it. I appreciate the thumbs up, y'all. And it's 58 people in here. Wow, that's been a little bit more than it has been in the past couple of weeks. So thank y'all for being here. Yo, and share this, please, with the folks that you know and love. I'd really appreciate that. On the real, this is everything. Not only astrology, but just sharing a community of people and thoughts and feelings and exploration and forward movement. Forward movement is everything. If we're not moving forward, we are dying or we are stagnant and about to die. If you can't catch yourself on habits and shit, the message of this whole day, on habits and shit in which want to die, but you keep holding on to them because you think you're powerless afterwards. And here's the catch. I didn't add this. The catch is when you let that shit go, you'll find a new superpower. How about that? How about that? You will find a new superpower after you let go of your supposed power that's outdated. That's like holding on to jeans from the 80s. Who wants to wear jeans from the 80s nowadays? Although I will tell you that we was talking about them Gloria Vanderbilts. If I could find some Gloria Vanderbilts me and Nick was talking about, I would get some today. Jeans from the 80s. But the bottom line is I can't put my ass in them little things I had in 1989. I'm about 30 pounds heavier. The point is, let go of the shit and find your new superpower. Find your new superpower. God ain't gonna let you walk around flailing with your ass out. Come on, y'all. Believe in yourself. Believe in God. Believe in where you're going. Believe in your dreams. Believe in your prayers. I know almost all of y'all are some prayerful people on here. You can't believe in the things that you're praying for? Okay, I'll do one more because I feel like talking. And then I'm going to get off. Somebody give me their sun, their moon, and their rise. I hope this makes sense to y'all today. I really, 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 really do. I'm full. I'm incredibly full because I'm tired of seeing fake shit. I'm tired of talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. Not with y'all, but just like existing in a world in which does its best, and we have to be careful of this because it is Gemini energy too, does its best to negotiate and to manipulate and to utilize words as a way of just, getting by. Utilize words as a way of like making it sound like a script. It's a script of your life. This is what I do. This is what I say in order to get through. Change the motherfucking script, man. I'm exhausted of people and their goddamn scripts. I'm exhausted of my own script. It's time to create something new. A new script, damn it. Okay, good God. Sonya, shut up. Okay. Oh, William Matthews, do you have a sun in Cancer? I didn't know you was a sun sign Cancer. Moon in Pisces, look at that. Well, I'm gonna tell you this much. That Aries rise is definitely, excuse me, y'all, for chomping on this ice. That Aries rise is definitely protecting that Cancer and that Pisces in you, sir. We already know that. You're very, very intuitive with that moon in Pisces. Y'all know most people who have moon in Pisces can see. They've been seeing since they were babies, like little aunts and uncles in the corners and shit. They're like, oh, auntie. It's like, ain't nobody there. She died last year. Yeah, she's there. Moon in Pisces people can see all day and night. That moon in Pisces energy you have to be careful of in a sense because it's very passive aggressive. So when you think that you're saying something to people and emoting things to people and conveying a feeling, an expression, say it again. And when you say it again, use your words. Sonia is funny to her damn self. Say it again and use your words, William. And what I mean by that is that, again, Pisces energy, the moon in Pisces, expression, right? Emotional release, doesn't want to lash out in a way because it doesn't want to hurt anybody. It's very unconditional when it comes to its love and caring and empathy. Got that all day and night. But sometimes people need to hear a thing. And when they don't hear a thing, the right words to hear a thing, you understand what I'm saying? They're going to go off of what they hear. People do it all day and night. And it's not good or bad. It's just what this freaking world is about. Sometimes you just got to be in people's face about it. So who do you utilize to make that happen, William? Your Aries rise, motherfucker. Your Aries rise will buck up on some defensive, protective shit and go, yo, this is actually what I said. This is actually what I meant. And we don't have to, me, you, Aries rise, whatever. You don't have to be forthright. Want to bust them up and give them an uppercut because Aries will do that too. It's just about telling people what it is that they need in that moment in time to back up off of you. Because your sun in Cancer, he'll come out snapping and shit. But before that, he's ultra, ultra sensitive. He gets his feelings hurt. And then it's just weird ass, like barbed wire fence kind of ball of emotions, reactions, sensitivity, pull back. It's just weird. You know, the Cancer wants to protect and love people and give whole heart, but then gets shut down because the Aries comes up and says, yo, back up, everybody. I'm taking care of this. And then that Moon in Pisces is like, well, wait a minute. Let's really care for them and give them some money on their way out. Then you just tell them to fuck themselves, and now you want to pay their grandmother's telephone bill. What the hell just happened? I'm just saying, it's that whole convoluted mess, that ball of confusion when it comes to aggression and the lack of aggression and protection and nurturing, William. You got to figure out how you're going to use what, when you're going to use it. I'm just saying, and make it clear to people so they know which person you are in that moment. Yeah, it sounds like Sybil. It sounds like some personality adjustment, but on the real, it's about maturity. Because everybody got it. Regardless of your sun, your moon, and your rise, you have to utilize what I call the three big obvious, your sun, your moon, and your rising. You have to utilize it to your benefit, first and foremost, because you are important to you first and foremost. But you have to utilize it to and be able to communicate with people and know what part of you needs to come up to communicate that thing to. Do you need to be nice? Do you need to be, you know, a little caring, a little soft with your thing with that Moon in Pisces? Come on out and take care of the puppies. Or do you need to be Cancer? You know, be nurturing, be open, listen to what's going on, be assertive and intuitive. Or do you need to block that shit up with that Aries shit and be like, 50 feet, motherfucker, back up. 50 feet. Oh, I'm blowing everybody up. I mean, you can make that decision. And we all make that decision for ourselves on a daily basis. Again, because it's the three big obvious. It's the three parts of our personality that are coming off of our personality straight away, coming off our body straight away. That makes sense? I love you too, William Matthews. I really, really do. And the Cancer in you. I'll be back next week, y'all. Please share this video. Please, thank you for thumbing up and thank you for staying thumbing up. Sonya could create a goddamn word and a phrase out of what I think is right. You know why? Because I have poetic license. I'm a poet. Take care of the puppies. That's right. Because that Moon in Pisces wants to take care of the puppies. Speaking of the puppies, y'all want to meet my puppy before we go? We got a new puppy. Come here, mister. I give y'all a little bit of love on here before we go. Say hi. Say hi, everybody. This is Mystic, and she's a Pisces. Isn't she cute? That's Mystic. Say thank you for watching. See you soon. Appreciate all of you. You just got a new puppy too, Cressida? Oh, listen, this little baby right here is taking care of my heart. She's such a lover. She's such a lover. Oh, isn't she adorable? We'll see you soon, okay? Thank y'all for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Again, please share and comment and do the stuff that we do so we can bring some energy to this space and help people to move through on how we know how to move through what resonates with truth with us, okay? Okay, you're welcome, everybody. Take care of yourself. Say bye. Hey, bye, Mystic.